Salutations, this is Grim Devell. Welcome back to our Let's Play of The Longing. I decided to let some time go by for this episode. I was thinking maybe we might be able to grab this spider again. Although it looks like the answer is no. Because I was kind of led to believe, well, I believe that getting a spider would lead us to, let's see if I can, catch it. Would lead us to be able to climb out of the well at some point. Not that that's how we want to win or what we want to do, but I want to see if we can grab the spider. Let's see, it's coming closer. How close, how far up does it go here? It's turning around. All right, maybe we wait for it down here. I kind of want to, I feel like maybe we should be able to catch it. So we're going to wait for it. Whoop, no, come back down. Oh, I was trying to get the stupid thing. Climb the web. I thought maybe I would start the episode off when I got all the way back to our lair, but I feel like now that we're down here, we're close enough that we'll get there. I don't want to spend too much time in our lair anyway. All right, let's see. Just want to see if we can't get this little guy in our pockets. I think no. I think the answer is no here. Little spider friend. Well, I don't know. Maybe if we went back, maybe there's another spider. I don't know. We're gonna keep going back home. I just thought we'd give that a shot, and I didn't want to do it off camera because if something did happen, I wanted you all to see it. So we're just gonna keep going. There's probably, I imagine there's a way of getting a spider into the well, but I have no idea what it is. Maybe we need to get rid of that spider web, although then we'd be trapped. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Wonder if that's the same spider that haunted our little friend in dreams. I also, you know what? I want to keep looking for more disappointments because we're still missing a disappointment. And I know we searched over here to the left before, but you never know. Things change. And I don't remember there being anything significant over here. Yeah. Right. We were wondering how we would ever be able to get up this area. I forgot about this area. And we still can't climb. Huh. It does make me wonder if maybe there is a way somehow to get over there. And I wonder if we had climbed the web and gone over to where the large mushroom cave is and somehow got down, but we haven't seen anything like that. I don't know. It may just be a red herring. In any case, we're going to continue back to our lair. We're going to build a bed. We're going to check our journal and maybe look at some of the other books that we found. That's the other thing. Last episode, we found that stork house, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it a stork house. And I was kind of disappointed because I was like, oh, there's only a mattock. We found a mattock in the episode, and that's the only thing. That wasn't the only thing. We found books, too. And one of the books was called something interesting, like the Never-Ending Book or something like that. And I'm pretty curious about what that could possibly be. And we're going to find out. We're going to find out in our home. And we're definitely not going to be idling in our home at all. And any time that we spend when I say home, I mean our lair, we're going to be on camera there because time passes way too fast there. And we do not have a lot of time left in this game. Unless we're trying to run out the clock. Because I think we do want to ultimately wake up the king. I think. Once time ticks down to nothing. You know what? We could try over here also. It's been a while since we went to the left here. I just want to find more disappointments. It's possible that an area that we went to early in the game before we had a Matic, maybe if we went back there, we might be able to try to Matic and fail to Matic and get a disappointment that way. Possibly? All right, nothing here. Worth a shot. We may need to spend some time, probably not this week, but if we just cannot find more disappointments, I think once we use our Maddox on the treasure room, I think whether or not that succeeds, I think what we're going to have to try to do next is find the disappointment. And that might mean going back to some areas that we haven't been to in a long time, some early areas. We've already been back to like I guess what I call like the catacombs, like over to the left of one of the, kind of near the bottom and to the left, where the Hall of Eternity is. We've been back there a few times and haven't really found anything new. There are just a lot of like little passages and twists and stuff like that. All right, over here to the right, I think, is the mines. Oh, no, not... Right, I don't remember... Can we not get up here either? Maybe you can somewhere at some point. But I think there are some areas that we will probably want to revisit. Probably? But I'm not sure where. I would love... It's probably next week, so let me know in the comments where you would like to revisit to look for disappointments. Maybe there's somewhere you've noticed, like, oh, Graham... Oh, you should have looked there. You should have tried a Matic there, gone up against the wall or something like that. I would like to know. All right, pitter-pat, little shade. Pitter-pat. Last episode, I know, was a little bit... My conversation was a little bit of a downer. I'm going to try not to be so much of a downer this episode. I'm tempted to continue talking about politics and stuff, although probably not in the same vein as last episode, where basically I just talked about how depressing the past 4 years have been. And I don't know how people reacted to that either. Go this way. Hopefully you all took it in the right spirit. Yeah, go down. No, little shade, go down. Can we get down this way? Jump. Well done. Can I climb? Oh, I don't know why we don't always do that. No, just climb. Okay. But maybe I could talk about politics. You know what? I could talk about politics a little bit more in a different vein. So I'm obviously voting. If you watch the last episode, obviously I'm planning on voting for Joe Biden. I'm not a huge Joe Biden fan. I'm very excited to be voting for him. He was, when the Democratic primary was going on, he was my second to least favorite candidate. I had concerns, that about his age and wherewithal, which are genuine. I know that the Republican Party keeps trying to like exploit that, and I knew that would be exploitable. But I don't think he's he's not senile. I know he had a stutter, and that's part of why he sounds the way he does. But like, honestly, I would love someone in the upper echelons of government that wasn't in their like mid 70s or older. It's pretty crazy. I think part of that is just like, it's just baby boomers. And I've heard this theory that like presidents keep getting older because baby boomers keep getting older. and there are just more baby boomers than there are any other generation, and they vote. And so while I didn't personally know anybody, not a single person, that was excited about Joe Biden in the primary or that voted for him in the primary, he still won. And I'm pretty sure that's just because baby boomers identify with him. And unlike some of the other people that were around his age, like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, baby boomers also tend to be a little more scared of progressive policies, and are more what you call moderate Democrats. So that's what Joe Biden is. And, compared with the alternative, I'm very excited to be voting for him. But I don't know. I tend to always... The person that I was actually excited about in the primary race was Pete Buttigieg, which I think is... I didn't know anyone else that was that excited about Pete Buttigieg. I know he did pretty well in some of the primaries and stuff. I think I have a tendency to like really boring candidates. Just people that are boring and speak well, really smart, tend to seem like they know what they're talking about. And I think when some people see people like that, they don't see them as genuine. I think they see them as like, oh, they're so like stiff. They're trying to like hide something, or they're robotic. Like people say that Pete Buttigieg is robotic. And that, they think it's just a facade. Like he's just like saying what he needs to say to get ahead. But honestly, like I think the exact opposite. I think people like that are genuinely like that. I think they're genuinely that boring. And yeah, of course, there is some kind of calculation there to like not just shoot your mouth off. But I don't want someone that shoots their mouth off. I think that when they say what they do stand for and do believe in, I think they're genuine. But I don't need them to like vilify anyone to prove it. You know what I mean? Another person that I liked, not this past election, but like a couple of cycles ago, was a Republican. I liked I tend to like have favorites in both primaries. I really liked John Huntsman for the Republican primary. I can't even remember what election it was. It was probably like 2008 or something like that. And it was the same thing. Like he was really boring and smart and like kind. And like, to me, I'm just like, why don't people like candidates like this? This is someone I want to lead the country. Someone I want to put in my trust to lead the country. Not that I agree. I don't know if I agree with all of John Huntsman's policies. I'm not a Republican, but I liked him. I didn't understand why people didn't like him. And it was the same with Mayor Pete. I really hope he has a political future because, like, I mean, I do not get Joe Biden's appeal. I mean, okay, I get some of his appeal. Like, from the beginning, when he won the primary, and I had a bunch of, like, very progressive friends that were upset that he won the primary and not pretty much just about almost any other primary candidate that was even a little more progressive. They were like, name something good about Joe Biden. And like immediately the answer is like his empathy. Like he has more empathy in his little finger than like most people do in their whole body. He is an extremely empathic person. And while I don't think that necessarily in and of itself makes someone a good president, man, it's going to be, it would be amazingly refreshing to have someone in the White House that had that kind of empathy as a part of who they were. That would be so dreamy to have that kind of empathy in a leader. We've definitely been lacking in that regard. And I don't agree with Joe Biden, a lot of Joe Biden's policies and stuff like that. Here's our new crystal. Our new crystal that we got. Oh, the other thing I want to do is make pictures of lice. Can I move this? The other things I'm always able to... Whoop, nope, put that back. There we go. This one... Can I put it down here? Oh, I can't put it down there. Yeah. All right, do we check out the books first? Let's quickly check out the books. Time's going by. Wow, super fast. Like 11 seconds now. All right, read a book. Let's go. Never-ending notebook. Dear reader, this is a never-ending notebook. I'm going to turn off idle reading. It is as long as your own words that you put into it. Uh-huh. Can I put words into it? A never-ending notebook. Da, 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 da. Like, I kind of want to keep reading it, but I don't want time to keep passing by this fast, so... King Pest. An allegory. I want to look for books that are a little short. Oh, this one's... Moss weaving. Oh! Moss carpet. The art of moss weaving. Take a bunch of moss. I recommend 12 evenly sized clumps. Braid their natural fibers, one thread at a time. Skinny, bony fingers are best for this kind of work. One cannot but fail with the kind of sausage fingers prevalent in this day and age. Now, once you've braided enough, add another layer of moss on top. Intertwine that in the same manner as the layer below, but now braid only every second thread. In this way, you can create an irregular pattern that will be more stable. Following this procedure, let the moss rest, and maybe yourself too. You have successfully created a moss carpet. Maybe we can now make carpet out of moss? This is all the Count of Monte Cristo? Wow. It is a large book. I just kind of want to go through all of these. Hans Pfahl, Pym. Nothing else is just like one page. Like the Moss Carpet book or the Never-Ending Notebook. But I want to at least click on every book. That might be a thing. All right, here we are. Thoughts. All right, our birthday happened, so that's crossed out. A face told me as long as there's time, there'll always be longing, and once longing... Yeah, we saw that. Anything... Oh, yeah, that's the beginning. Okay. Trying to look for new stuff. The cave is supposedly full of hidden places. That's crossed out. We found the hidden place. I have explored every part of the cave. Well, my dream would be to find a book that never ends. We found that. We found a book that never ends. I wonder if we could just like keep it on idle reading on that book for a while, but I don't want to spend too much time here. Okay. All right, we did this. Since I have some spare time, I could try to make some use of it. My home is not comfortable enough. Yeah, we're going to work on that soon. We're going to make more lice pictures. Cool. 6 disappointments we have. And we need 7. Just continue waiting in loneliness. Okay. But we found this never-ending notebook. Maybe we'll idle read that. Whoops. Okay. I'll let him idle read that for a sec. Because I feel like he should be... Oh, okay. You have to... What can we do? How do we put our own words into this? Maybe we'll just keep it open for a little bit. Oh, time is passing so fast. All right. No. Don't exit the game. No. Don't do it. Ah! Stop. Go back. Okay. There it is. That X. Yeah, how the time flies. Let's go make a bed. Moss carpet. So in theory, we should know how to make moss carpet now. Yeah, pick that up. Sweet. Nope, let's make this bed. I guess we could bring more crystals down a little bit at a time all the way to the bathroom. Look at this big old crystal. What if this giant crystal is part of what's making time go by so much faster now? Build a bed, build a bed, build that bed. All this wood and moss I collected will finally be put to good use. Building this bed will take me only a few hours. A real time or Game time. Huh. Well, if time is going by 10 seconds a thing, 10 seconds a second, then in theory, an hour should be able to go by after like 10 minutes or something like that. So I'm going to put, do I put a cut in here? You know what? Let's go on. Let's continue a little bit. I like how it shows a little blueprint here. I wonder what the, yeah, we seem to be building this pretty quickly. And I think the amount of time that passes in the game does count towards this. I think. So after we build this bed, I don't know, maybe we'll try to see if we can lay moss carpet somewhere. We'll make, I think I want to make a picture of lice out of every color that we have. And after we do that, I think we're done with our layer and then we go out and try to go back to that treasure room and use a bunch of Maddox on it. That's my plan. Oh, I don't know if that's a silly plan, but that's my plan. It's gonna be exciting to have a bed. That's right. I just hit my hand. I stretched. I'm stretching and I'm standing up, and my hand hit. I've got two like overhead lights in my office, and because those lights, when they shine down on me, like when I'm live streaming, when they show my face on the webcam, they're very harsh lights, and I wasn't sure what to do about that. So I have a piece of just white office paper taped up to the ceiling next to the lights to kind of there's a word for that, like filter the light, to have like a photographer uses, like those umbrella things, just so the light doesn't directly shine on me. And it works. It actually works pretty well. But my hand just hit one of those pieces of paper that's dangling from my ceiling. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. So I guess continuing talking about politics, I watched last week was the first debate between Biden and Trump. And I think most people agree that it was like the worst presidential debate that has ever, in anyone's memory. And it was really awful. I don't really need to talk about that. No one needs to talk about that again. But I am excited. I'm genuinely excited for the debate that's coming up, I guess this week as you're watching this, maybe even the day you're watching this, who knows? But the vice presidential debate between Kamala Harris and Mike Pence, I'm super excited about that, just because, that's going to be so different from the Biden-Trump debate. We've seen Pence debate before against Tim Kaine, and he sits there politely, and he's got well thought out responses, but they're kind of, in my opinion, they're not good responses. They're just kind of like, he's pretty good at like finding a way not to directly answer, I think. And I think I'm really excited because Kamala Harris is a former prosecutor, and I feel like she's just going to hold Mike Pence to task for all of the hypocrisy that he's been a part of for the past 4 years. And I'm just really excited to see that. It might not go that way. It might, who knows? Pence could crush Kamala, who knows? But he's a sly one. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm genuinely excited about it. This bet's coming along. It's actually almost done, isn't it? Yeah, judging by this diagram, it looks like we just have like the headboard to finish, and then we're going to put the moss down. I think we might need to collect more moss to make a moss carpet. It's at 12, right? Maybe we should be collecting more moss. Well, we definitely will as we go along. But it's something I've been ignoring because I thought we had more than we needed for anything in the game. So that's interesting. Yeah, I think we're going to put a cut in as soon as we finish this bed, because it looks like it's going to be finished real soon. So also goes to show just how fast like an hour can go by in this layer. We're almost done. What do you mean, like one or two more boards? One more board? I think one more. Are you just using like a piece of coal as a hammer? I don't know if we only collected 10 planks of wood. This looks like more than 10 planks to me. Maybe they're super long and you just cut them all in half. All right, that should be it for the bed part. Now let's see some moss. A little shade. Interesting that there's like a pause button and nothing over here. Oh, I guess that would be a play button if I paused it. Oh, no, keep going. Another hour. It better not take you another hour. Better not. Come on, little shade. You got this. Let's see some moss. Oh, that was a tiny bit of moss. Okay. I don't know why it's taking him so long to just like throw moss down on the bed. But I think I'm going to put a cut in here and we're going to pick this up next time. I enjoyed playing with you today and I'll see you then. Bye, everybody.